Argument is that America has spawned a criminal class by prosecuting pot users and creating a hopeless cycle of poverty. They believe legalizing marijuana and growing it here could transform Milwaukee's economy, taking it from Brew City to Bud City.
I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker.
I'm going to leave this for you. It's kind of amazing. You take a few hits, get your sea legs back.
Popular culture has long captured the stark contrast between the high life of America's elite tokers
All you do is smoke weed.
and the lowdown on the inner city smoker.
I feel pretty good about everything.
This Milwaukee couple is making a marijuana movie of their own.
Doctors, lawyers, business owners, politicians, they're all smoking. There's many myths regarding the idea of marijuana. The documentary is being created to dispel those myths.
Mary Freeman is the founder of the Milwaukee Yoga movement that brought yoga to inner city schools and a daily marijuana user. Carl Kopp is arguably Milwaukee's custard king, owner of Kopp's Custard restaurants and upscale eateries like Elsa's on the Park. Kopp doesn't use marijuana, but sees its economic potential.
We're always saying how much the country's in debt and the states are in debt and everybody's in debt. Well, if we have to raise more money, then why don't we raise it that way? Why don't we have sales tax on it?
With their documentary film crew standing by, the couple sat down with 12 News at their lakefront home to discuss what they consider a moral imperative.
All we have to do is look at who's being locked up.
Freeman argues inner city minorities are the focus of marijuana enforcement, saddling urban youth with the stigma of a criminal record they're unlikely to overcome. Yet her society friends smoke without sanction.
The real sin is the idea that we're locking up our boys, our black boys, for the very same herb white people all across the country are using in their cookie and quiche recipes.
In Milwaukee, marijuana possession can result in either a ticket or a criminal charge. In 2011, 2,074 got tickets for pot possession. 1,543 others were charged with a crime, creating a permanent criminal record.
The worst thing that can happen to an inner city youth in Milwaukee and any large city is to get an initial criminal record. Once that record starts, it snowballs.
UWM criminologist Stan Stojkovic says marijuana usage rates among whites and minorities are similar, but that's not the case with arrests. 68% of drug arrests are for marijuana. 90% of those are for simple possession. Stojkovic says marijuana enforcement saps resources that could go to education, healthcare, job creation. But changing the law will require an enormous force of will.
My role is to get the governor to see the need to do it.
Kopp and Freeman hope their documentary will mobilize those with clout to support legalization. But they take their advocacy one step further. Once legal, they want Milwaukee to create an industry of urban farmers dedicated to the production of marijuana. And they want to use the proceeds to revive Milwaukee's inner city.
That could revolutionize the city of Milwaukee.
Businessman Carl Kopp likens it to the end of Prohibition, when alcohol was illicit the way marijuana is now.
Maybe it's going to get a lot of people off of the street corners selling it. Maybe they'll find a different path in life and so on and not be considered criminals.
Once legal, Kopp says Milwaukee needs to be ready to manufacture marijuana before someone else corners the market.
America, the land of opportunity, and if it's legal, somebody's going to do it.
On its website, the Drug Enforcement Administration argues marijuana should remain outlawed because of its high potential for abuse and the lack of documented medical value. But despite its position, the DEA declined to be interviewed for this story. Interestingly, so did the State Department of Justice and the Milwaukee Police Department.
Interesting story, and what will be more interesting actually watching the conversation that happens on WISN.com when the story gets posted. Thanks, Colleen.
Thanks.
All right, well, you're going to need jackets tonight and shorts in a few days. Mark, it's going to feel like summer soon.
It is. We have to get through tonight and tomorrow, not necessarily.